People need the gospel. If they didn't need the gospel, why go? If they don't need a viable Christian witness in their village, why go? Let others do that. If there's Christian witnesses there, but we go out of a deep love for people. And I remember Wilbur Miller. He was a missionary to Turkey. Do you guys know Wilbur? Wilbur Miller, Wilbur and Shirley, they were missionaries for years. And he was sharing about God's heart for people at a CMC conference event. It was Mission Sunday, probably 12 to maybe 14 years ago. I don't know. It was a long time ago. But he was sharing it was Mission Sunday. And he was challenging the 500, 600 people that were there. And he was saying, he was sharing about one city at a time in the country of Turkey. Maybe some of you were there. And it grabbed my heart. Because he said, look, this city, and I forget the city's names, but this city has 1.2 million people, and I'm aware of 5 Christians in this city. And this city over here has 2 million people, and there are 3 believers that I'm aware of. And another city on the western side has 1.4 million people, and I believe there are a handful of Christians there. And another city has 1.6 million people, and I'm aware of 4 Christians in that city. And I'm thinking, oh my goodness, really? Where are the believers? Who's going to tell people about Jesus? How beautiful are the feet of those who bring good news? Who's bringing the good news to Turkey? And it's out of a love of people that we go to the nations. And I want to ask you a question. Okay, let's step back and I want to ask you a question. What is most precious to you today? What is the most important thing in your life? Okay, what is most precious? Is it Jesus? Some Christians say Jesus. Like the Lord? Is the Lord most precious? A relationship with Jesus Christ? I mean, that changes everything. It changes how we parent. It changes how we think. It changes how we love our spouses. It changes everything. Jesus, right? I mean, if you're a believer, you'll probably say Jesus is most precious. The Lord Jesus Christ, who sits on the throne and lives in unapproachable light, he is precious. And I was thinking about this. If we really love our neighbor, if you really love your cousin down the street, if you really love your coworker who is living a reckless life, if you really love them, you will share what is most precious to you. If you really love your classmate, you will share what's most precious to you. You will share about your relationship with Jesus, because Jesus changes everything. He does. He still does. And it's the same thing with missions. Of all those hundreds of millions of people in the world that have never heard about Jesus Christ and don't have a viable Christian witness in their village, that's a big deal to me. That's a big deal. If we love people, it's a big deal. You know, Vicki was talking last week during our Wednesday evening class here at Pigeon River. She was talking about like everyone is created in the image of God. And therefore, everyone is important and valued. And everyone needs to hear the good news. They were created in the image of God. So out of a call from God, through the power of the Spirit, and out of a deep love for people, we go. And we go to regions beyond. We step out of our comfort zone, whether we go across the street to share the gospel or across the ocean to share the gospel, we go. Because Jesus is that precious. He's that good. You know, it's that good that you need to give it away. It's that important that somebody needs to hear. They need to, you know, sometimes Christians need to blow their cover and let people know, look, I'm a believer. And this means a lot to me.